guys, JayKeyPoo here with the Flatten Your Curve portion of the Live from Out There series going on. This is the workout section. Just going to be doing it from my home gym area set up here in my living room. Do a little bit of an intro about myself. My name's JayKeyPoo. From Columbus, Ohio. That's where this workout's happening today. I'm an On-It Foundations trainer as well as a kettlebell specialist. So most of my stuff, certifications, is through On-It, and which is a total human optimization company where everything's focused on the total human, and that's where these workouts come from. Today, everything is going to be introductory, but it is going to allow you to add your own resistance if you want to. So most things are going to be shown with body weight or light weights. All you need is a pair of dumbbells if you have them. If not, we're just going to use some body weight. A kettlebell if you have it, light one. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use the light one, and then for my own workout portion of this, I'm going to use those. But anything from 5, 15, 20 pounds if you have it. But again, we'll go through the body weight modifications to demonstrate. To go through this workout, we're going to do a warm-up section, which stems off some yoga stuff that was happening before. And then we're going to go into 2 rounds of the workout section and then finish with a nice cool down, with a body weight cool down. So the workout is sectioned into a lower body portion, upper body portion, like an active rest. We'll go into another lower body portion, upper body, and then another active rest, and then we'll give you the opportunity to go through that again if you want to. And then also later, this entire workout's going to be typed up for you to check out on Pigeon's page. So let's go ahead and go through this standing warm-up part. We're going to go head down, and we're just going to start with full body twists. Boom, back and forth. Reps aren't that big of a deal. Want to have more of a feel than reps. So right now I'm just going back and forth. My arms are wet noodles. Just trying to get a feel for my body in space right now. All right, let it feel all the way down your fingertips, all the way down your toes, and I'm trying to lengthen my spine through the top of the ceiling and through the bottom of the floor. All right, shake those arms out a little bit, shake those legs out, and now we're gonna go head down with this warm-up. Just drop our head to our shoulders a few times, about 5 times each side. We'll go over our shoulders about 5 times each side. And for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to go a little bit quicker, but you can go at a nice controlled pace at home. Now we're going down to our shoulders. Pretend that there's pencils on these shoulders. Draw big circles forward. Arms are relaxed. Draw those circles. Draw those circles. Boom. And again, we're not going for reps, just going for feel. Try to feel those shoulder blades. Now switch it up. Up, down, back and around. Going backwards now. As you know, one of my favorite exercise, shoulder screw it and grab doorknobs in our hands and roll our wrist over into our elbow all the way up into our shoulder. Boom, ring out our upper body, ring out our upper body. And get some Fonzies going for our elbows. So in with my thumbs, in with my elbows, down and around. Hey, it's the Fonz. Call these Fonzies. Boom. Couple times. Switch it around. Opposite direction, reverse Fonzies. A couple times. Wrists up. We're gonna go down to our wrist, just drawing circles with our wrists now. Try to keep our forearms from moving. Try not to get all wonky. Just isolate those wrists a little bit. Boom, that's our upper body. Going out to our lower body now. So hula hoops. Just big hulas. Imagine that you're hula hooping. Boom, my knees are soft. They're not locked out. Keeping a little bit of a bend in them. And just rolling my hips. Other way. Switch it around. Okay. Try to keep your chest up as much as you can as you do these. Alright, now we're going to rock our hips. It's like the Conan O'Brien dance that he does. Boop. Boop. Back and forth. Rock those hips up and down. Now we're going to roll our hips standing. It's like a standing hip bridge. Squeeze that butt together. Roll those hips underneath you, then arch your low back. Roll your hips, arch your back. Roll your hips, arch your back. Roll your hips, arch your back. Alright, hips are warmed up just a little bit. Now we're going to go hacky sacks. So we're going to have our knee up as high as we can. Turn our foot out as wide as we can. Drop it down. Then up like that. Down the opposite way. Boom. Like we're playing the hack. We have a hacky sack. Playing hacky sack. 8 to 10 reps, one side, but again, just trying to warm up our hips and our knees as we go. Boom, other side. Foot out, foot in, foot out, foot in. Playing the hacky sack. Back and forth. 8 to 10 reps. Boom, and warm up our ankles. Scoop ice cream out, scoop it out. Scoop, 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 scoop. Back and forth, other leg now, other foot. Scoop that ice out. Boom, point those toes, feel those ankles, feel your toes. Nice, shake out those legs, shake out those arms. We're going to do some dynamic movements real quick. So it's called a bootstrapper. We're going to reach down to our toes. We can bend our knees if we need to. Drop our hips, raise our hands, stand up. Touch our toes, drop our hips, raise our hands, stand up. Touch your toes, drop your hips, raise your hands, stand up. Let's go one more. Then we're going to go raise the roof. Raising the roof. Overhead press. Roof's on fire. Raise it up. Go about 30 seconds. 30 reps. Just warming up those shoulder muscles. Raise the roof. And then we're going to go single leg toe touches. So I'm going to lift up my left leg, touch the right foot. Left foot, right hand. Let's go one more each leg. Boom. That's our warm-up section. You should be breathing a little bit. Body temperature's up a little bit, and ready to add some loads. But again, you don't have to have any weights. I'm going to show first with no weights, and then add a few weights. So the first movement for this workout portion is a step back lunge. All right, so we're going to go one leg at a time. So just stepping back into a lunge position, back up. Lunge position, back up. We go about 10 each leg. So I'm on 3, 4, and I'm just going to switch it at 5. Show the other leg real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. And then into a walkout. All Alright, so walk out standing position. Bend my knees if I need to. But I'm gonna walk out into a push-up position. Add a push-up if you can do it. If not, hold that plank and then walk yourself up. Alright, so we're gonna go step back lunges into 10 of those walkouts with push-ups at the end. Alright, I'm gonna run through it real quick. I'm gonna add weights to it and show you what it looks like. If you have a kettlebell, hold it by the horns. We're gonna go goblet style with these lunges. Again, we're gonna go 10 each leg. 10, nice. 10 the other leg, keeping that weight up high if we have it. If not, 2, we're just going body weight. 3, 4. Try not to jam that knee into the ground. Just hover right above the ground. Control. 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Nice, set that weight down. Nice and easy. Then we're going into the walkouts. So again, I'm going to walk out into a push-up position. Try not to let my hips rock. Bust out a quick push-up. Back to standing. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're doing these push-ups, keep your elbows in tight. Got 3 more. 2, good work. Last one here. Boom. Good push up. Keep those elbows in tight. Drive up. Walk yourself back up. Nice. So that's the first part of the workout section. In between, before we go into the second part, we're just going to do active recovery, and all the active recovery is a lateral leg lift. So we're going to go hands on hips, turn my right foot toe in, I'll lift my leg up as high as I can. Should feel a squeeze right here. About 10 each side. Try to match my tempo. One more. 10. Other side. This is as much as a workout for this leg as it is this leg. And again, try to match my tempo. It's all about control. Let our heart rate come down a little bit. But instead of standing around, you get a little bit extra work in. One more, 10, cool. Hips. All right, so we're gonna go into the next part. It's gonna be squats. So again, you can go body weight with it. I'll show you those. And then right after that, we're gonna go overhead press. But if you don't have any weights, you can do the raise the roof. So squats, we're gonna go toes out just a little bit. And as we drop our hips down, we're gonna push our knees out at the same time. Boom, 1, we're gonna go 15 total. Slow on the way down, control, push those knees out, drive on the way up, 2, 3, 4, knees out, hips down, 5, knees out, hips down, 6. All right, cool. Next part into that was just a demonstration, is raise the roof. So, overhead press, I'm gonna squeeze my butt, just like those hip bridges and those hip rolls that we did in the beginning. So squeeze the butt. Squeeze your butt together. Imagine there's a walnut in between your butt cheek. Squeeze them together and then raise the roof. If you don't have any weights, do about 30 reps, controlled, reaching for the sky, and then pull those elbows down. Pull those elbows down. Do 10 real quick. But if you got weights, all I have at home are 8s. So I'm gonna go do this. Boom, same thing, control, up. And since I have light weights, I'm gonna do 30 reps with those. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go squats. Gonna hold the kettlebell by the horns, goblet style. Toes out just a little bit. And as we drop our hips, knees out. 1, doing 15. 2, 3. 6. Hips down, knees out. 7, 8. Control on the way down. 10. Drive on the way up. 14. Last one. Hold at the bottom for a second. Nice. 15. Cool. All right. Into overhead presses with weights, or just raising the roof for about 30 seconds or 30 reps. I'm gonna go 30 reps with the weights. Squeeze my hips underneath me and press. Pull those elbows down. Pull them down. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Always control on the way down. Don't just let those weight drop. Pull them down. Control the eccentric motion. Last count. So I'm going to do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that was the second portion. We're going to do another active rest part to that second portion, and then go back in to the first portion again. So the active rest for this is a Cossack walkout. I'm going to be as wide stance as I can go. Drop down into a side lunge on one side, or a Cossack squat, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to walk out into a full arch into the other side. Feel that stretch inside of your thigh. Push those hips back. Try to keep your feet down as much as you can throughout this motion. And again, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to go 4 to 5 each side. But at home, you can do as many as you want. Think of this as a good stretch, but also a little bit of a workout for your shoulders and your core. So I'm going to go 1 more each side, and then I'm going to go right back in to that first workout portion, which is the step back lunges. All right, 10 each leg. 1, 2, 3. Control on the way down, explode on the way up. Also, don't need to get crazy long with these. Think almost 90-degree angles from my hip to my knee to my ankle. Nice. All right, as you can see, I already got a little bit of a sweat going. Hopefully you do too at home. So then after those step back lunges, we're into the walkouts again. Walkouts into a push-up. If you can't do the push-up, just do the walkouts. All the way up. elbows in. Try to control your hips. We got 10 of these. Seven, last 3 coming up. 1, really keep those elbows in. Try to control your hips. 2, last 1, make it your best one. Boom, boom, boom. Slow on the way down. Drive on the way up. Control those hips. Nice. All right, active rest portion of this first workout section. We go lateral leg lift out to the side. My toes are turned in as I raise my heel as high as I can get it. Try to match this tempo. 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, cool. And again. All right, now we're into the other side. Left foot, toe is turned in again. Try to match that tempo. Nice. All right, so that's the second part. That's the first workout. Now we're gonna go right into the second part with the squats and the overhead presses. So I'm gonna add a little bit more weight to it because I have it at home, but again, you can go body weight style. So I'm gonna go 15, knees out, drive them up. 15. Knees out, hips down on the way down. And 15. All right, going into raise the roof for 30 seconds or more at home. If you don't have any weights, all I have here at home are 8-pounders, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to go 30 reps. Try not to go all willy-nilly. Think about control. Pull those elbows down. Drive those hands up, pull the elbows down. Done 30 reps. And again, I'm not that big into reps. I'm more about feeling because I want to feel stuff rather than count things. But we're done with those. Active rest to finish this part up. We're going into Cossack squats again, as wide as we can with our feet. I'm going to walk out into a half moon, all the way back and forth. Try to keep these heels down if you can as you go. We're going to go for each direction. At home, you can go as many as you want, but this is just cooling down from our second workout session. Boom, back to center. So we did 2, we did the step back lunges, we did the walkouts to push up, we did the lateral leg lifts, we did the squats, we did the overhead presses, we did raise the roofs, we did Cossack squats, mostly all in front of our body. For this workout, tomorrow it's going to be all posterior, rear of the body, but kind of the same form. This entire workout has been almost like an amplitude, like a wave. The warm-up brings you up. The workout is that peak part. Now we're about to do our finisher, where we get our heart rate up, and then we're going to cool down the last couple of minutes with 5 movements. But the finishing part are 2 exercises back to back. They're going to be mountain climbers And then right from the mountain climbers, shoulder taps. Now these mountain climbers are controlled mountain climbers. I'm gonna be in a push-up position. My joints are gonna be stacked on top of each other. That just means my wrists are right underneath my shoulders. My elbows are squeezed in tight. And then I'm going knees to elbow. Controlled. At home you can go 30 seconds. Right now I'm just gonna go about 10 each side. Good, keep those abs nice and squeezed, elbows nice and squeezed. And then from here, shoulder taps. Again, about 10 each side. Or at home, 30 seconds. And as you do these, tap the front of your shoulders. Try not to get your hands out in front of you. Keep them right underneath you and try not to rock your hips back and forth. You want to think nice solid plank. Boom. And that's your finisher. So now we're coming down. We got 4 exercises that we're going to do on the ground. Stand up with a spine roll. Cool down and get ready to eat some food. The other side, open up that right knee, drop that left hip, lengthen your spine if you can, take a deep breath. Left knee up, right knee down. One more, other side, right knee open, left hip down, lengthen that spine. And we're gonna go back to center. Readjust ourselves if we need to, stack our joints back up. So we're gonna hover our knees again, keep those shins as parallel as we can, lock out our arms, and push our hips up into the ceiling. Keeping our arms locked out, drop our knees down, and then back up. I'm gonna do 4 of these, but at home you can do as many as you want, 8 to 12, but control on the way down. Drive those hips up. One more. Back up. Alright, we're cooling down. Bring our heart rate down, and we're gonna finish with a nice spinal roll. We have 33 vertebrae. We're gonna roll out each one of them nice and easy. Nothing's locked out. We're not tense at all throughout this. We're focused on breathing. We're gonna start with our chin. Pull it in, tuck it down, and then just roll out your spine all the way down. Keep these knees soft as you go down. Let your shoulders relax. At your end range, take a deep breath. Let those arms wiggle all the way down to your fingers, all the way down to your toes. Rock those hips back and forth just a little bit. Knees back and forth. A few more big inhales, and on the last exhale, we're going to do the inverse. All the way back up. My chin's going to be the last thing that comes up. Big inhale. Reach for the sky through your fingertips and through your toes. And we're done. And thanks again, guys. That was mostly a front of the body workout, a posterior workout where we did our quads, our shoulders, our chest, even down to our ankles. But tomorrow's going to be mostly the rear of our body, the posterior, so hamstrings, glutes, and our back. My name's JayKeyPoo. That's K-U-H-N. You can find me on my Facebook at just my name, JayKeyPoo, and then also my Instagram at JayKeyPoo, JayKeyPoo. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions about fitness, and thanks again. Hope to see you tomorrow.